I want to have steak for lunch, but I haven't got any steak at home. There's no meat in the fridge. I'm going to get a steak at the local supermarket. I'm not too sure what I'm going to get today. Beautiful day up here in Sydney. Beautiful, look at that. Beautiful blue sky, look at that. Let's head up there and see what kind of meat they got up in the fridges. Oh, it's cold though. Let's go have a look-see. Get some bread rolls first. Let's see what they got down here. We'll get some plain Turkish rolls. So now we're in the meat section. All I can find is chicken, pre-packaged, all of this stuff. Then we got all the sausages, all different types of sausages. Okay, we don't want any of that. Okay, the minced meat section. No, we don't want minced meat either. There's the steaks. Beautiful. Now there's so many different cuts to choose from. But my favourite is the Porterhouse. So let's have a look and see what they've got in Porterhouse steaks. There's the Porterhouse steaks. This looks like good value. 4 steaks for 17 bucks. Let's Geo. Let's go. Got my bag. Let's go home. Let's have a look inside the bag. Alrighty. Oh, we dropped something. Don't forget the garlic. We got the garlic. We've got we call them capsicums. So we've got garlic capsicums. And what I'm going to do with that and the shredded cheese, and I've got some onion in the cupboard, I'm going to make a Philly cheesesteak. That's what I'm going to do with those. So we've got the steaks. Don't know what they're called in your country, but we call them Porterhouse steaks here. So with the Porterhouse steak packet there, I found that was the best value for money. We've got 4 steaks in there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually 4 different steaks in there. And we picked them up for $24 a kilo, 17 bucks for 4 steaks. So we're going to use those. And we've got some Turkish rolls, I just wanted a bread roll about the same size as a steak, basically. So I can fit 1 steak straight into a roll. Now there's only 3 rolls, 4 steaks. I used 2 of the steaks into one of the rolls for the Philly cheesesteak. Alrighty, so with that steak, I'm going to take one of those out. I'm going to put it on a plate because we're going to fry one of those steaks up and we need it to be room temperature. Let's Geo, let's go. So out of these steaks here, we're going to pick the best one. I don't know which one's going to be the best one. So let's get that out of the way. Let's check this out and see. So we've got that one there. 4 steaks, 1, 2, 3. A bit of gristle on those. Oh, that's huge. That one. So we're going to go with the big one. So I'll cut that bit of fat off. I don't want all of that. So look at that steak there. That's going to go on there. And we'll let that go to room temperature. Look at that. Okay, so that's been sitting in the cupboard now for about 3 hours. It's down to room temperature, guaranteed. So that's what we want. We want room temperature. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip that over. You see it's a bit wet on that side. So I'm just going to pat it dry. Now I want to get rid of all that blood. Right? We don't want any blood because when you put it on the fry pan, it can jewel. Alrighty. So on that, we're going to put some olive oil. So we've got some extra virgin Australian olive oil. I'm going to put that on top of there. And some salt. And we're going to get some pepper on there as well. We're going to rub that in. Alright, get that extra oil in there. That all in. Oh yeah. That in there. I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to get some salt, some pepper. I'm going to go get the towel. That's better. Now we can turn that. My hands are all oily. And a bit more oil on top of that. I'm going to rub that in there like that. Nice, and get that all coated. Now I've got the fry pans on. I'm going to throw that straight on the fry pan. Let's go. We'll just throw that into the fry pan. Alrighty, so I've got those fry pans been sitting there for about 2 or 3 minutes or more, just heating up. Hopefully we'll get a nice big sizzle sound. So I'm only going to put it on half of the fry pan. I don't want it in the middle, I want it on one half. And I'll explain why in a minute. What we're doing, look at that, listen to that sizzle. It's looking good. Alrighty. Now, the steak is room temperature in the middle and the whole way through basically. Now the outside, the undercarriage, that under bit, is starting to heat up really, really nice. This is what I love. When I do a steak like this, you get that bottom bit. I don't know if I should lift that up yet. So look at that, look. Oh, that's starting to caramelize. Now I'll tell you why we only used half of this pan, because now what we're going to do, we're going to lift that up. We're going to put it on this side. On this side, that heat hasn't been cooled down by the steak. So we're going to lift that up and put it on the other side. But first, we want to get that caramelized even more on that underside. It's going to come up really nice. Let's have a look and see how it's going. Underneath. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's looking really good. It's actually looking marvelous. That's really good. Really happy with that? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to flip that over. Look at that. And we flip it over and we put it on the other side of the fry pan. Now that side of the fry pan's hot now because it's had nothing on it to cool it down. So we'll get that nice and hot. Oh yeah, look at that. You see the side's still a bit rare. Just going to make it nice and simple steak today. Bad drop, bad drop, bad drop, bad drop, bad. I've just put together a Philly steak. I'll grab one of the other steaks and I'll cut it all up. And I'll put some onions, some capsicum, some garlic, and some tomato sauce. Add some cheese and I mixed it all up in the fry pan. Throw it into a bread roll. Philly cheesesteak. Oh, it's beautiful. Made a video to the beat of Pedro. So have a look on my channel and you'll see it. Alrighty, that's smoking up. Let's have a look. Flip it over the other side. Oh, look at that. Look at the caramelization on that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. You see the juices are coming out now. They're not even pink anymore. It's beautiful juice. Grab a piece of bread with butter and dip it into that piece of juice. Flip it again over the other side. Oh yeah, look at the caramelization on that. That's looking good. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I want it. Oh, a steak. Yeah. Okay. I think that's done. I think that's done. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's looking good. What do you reckon? Look at that. So we're just going to throw that over here and we'll let that rest. That's important too. We're going to let the meat rest. So we're going to put that over there. Now we're going to get the bread ready. So I've got this piece of bread over here, bread roll. And get the knife out and let's slice this thing. The only thing I'm going to put in the steak, I'm going to put the steak. Let's get some butter. So we want heaps of butter. Alrighty. Heaps of butter. We want this butter to melt. And what we're going to do, so while that's resting, we're going to go fry the bread. Let's check on the other side. Oh, you can see the steam coming off there. It's looking good. Just let that toast up a bit. And check the underside again. Oh, you can see the steam coming off that. That's getting nice and warm. That's right there. Look at that. It's making that bread so soft. Let's flip that over. And that's ready to go. Oh, these two are beautiful. Look at that. Nice and warm and so soft. Look how soft they are. So I'm going to grab the steak. It's been resting for probably about 2 or 3 minutes. Look at the juice coming out of that steak. We're not going to let that juice go anywhere. We're going to use that juice. Look at that. Just soak it into that piece. Then on top. And now we're going to soak the rest of that juice into that bottom piece. Now remember, the bread's nice and hot. That's the bottom of the bread. Flip that thing over. Look at that. You can have a look. That looks beautiful. Now we'll slice it in half so you can have a good look inside. That up there. Let's slice this thing in half. And look at that. Oh yeah, look at that steak, look. Look at that. What do you reckon? It's medium rare, it's not even rare. You can say it's a little bit rare here and there, but that looks beautiful. Now, do you want to know how good it tastes? Want to know how good it tastes? That thing is going to be beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Mm. Mm. Oh. Mm. Mm. That is right. That's just a plain steak with butter, pepper, salt, a bit of olive oil on the outside. How easy was that to make? Mmm. Mmm. It's just falling apart. Mmm. Got a bit of gristle on the bottom. Let's see how we go. That's pretty good. A bit straight through that gristle. That is beautiful. Now you can add whatever you want to that. Put cheese on it, put onion. But the steak, it's got to be room temperature. The fry pan's got to be nice and hot. I'm going to put it half on one side, half on the other. And you end up with something like that. It's a simple way to make a beautiful steak sandwich.